Hi everyone, my name is Nonjabulo and this is the official creators channel. If you haven't done so already, do subscribe. You do not want to miss out on the cool content that you are going to see on this channel. And don't forget to follow them on Instagram as well to be kept updated. So I am the creator of the channel Journey Tells All. Journey Tells All came about in I think 2 or 1 year ago. I can't exactly think back, but it was a hashtag of mine that I started on Instagram, basically out of a longing, in a random conversation with God. I was longing for seeing all seasons. I realized that in different spaces that I've found myself in, that people think that Christians don't go through hardship, they don't go through difficult seasons. And it was really a longing that, hey, actually it would be cool, God, to talk about all these different seasons that we go through, and how you've taken us through all of that. And so Journey Tells All came about, and I hope you enjoy. So today we are going to be debunking the myths around being a single Christian woman, or guy. If it applies to you, it's cool. It's cool. I'm not biased. So yeah, let's dig right in. Number 1, Christians do not suffer from thirst. I've heard that a lot. I've heard that so many times, and that is not true. I think I realized how deep it actually goes in a conversation with an unsafe friend of mine, and we were talking. I can't even remember what we were talking about. We were talking, and then somehow, the conversation around sex came about, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, no, thirst is real." And she looked at me like, "What? What do you mean thirst is real? You're not supposed to suffer from thirst." What? No, I suffer from thirst. I think even worse, as a Christian, you don't realize, actually people don't realize that as a Christian, it's even worse because of the whole belief system of ours that no sex before marriage, which is what I committed to because I said I'm a believer. And so I have never had sex. Is that bad? Yes, that's my secret. It's not a secret, but yeah, I committed to that. So imagine waiting all these years. I'm a late 20 something year old, and I've never done the dance, as people call it. And so thirst does get real, especially if I believe that I'm a human with blood, with skin, with emotions, with a mind, with eyes. You see amazing looking people and all of that. And so thirst is real because you're waiting for marriage. There's lots of temptations out there. It doesn't mean that you will not, once you become a Christian, you will not have the human emotions that everyone has. You still have them. The difference is what you do with those emotions. And usually I just take them to God, and I'm just like, Lord, thirst is real. It's real right now. But yeah, that is a myth. Thirst is real for everyone, Christian and non-Christian. It's just our response is different as Christians, because we take it to God and we've committed to waiting until marriage. So that's the difference, is just the response. But thirst applies to all of us. Yeah. Myth number 2, God will bring me someone when I get myself together, soon as I clean up my act. It's a common misconception. I've had it in my youth. I've had that same misconception, because of the belief that, I need to, be a certain way and clean myself up, and then God will bring whoever he has for me. Basically, this statement assumes that us having a partner or not having a partner depends on how good we are, or how clean we are in terms of getting ourselves together or getting our lives together. And that's very inaccurate, because as scripture tells us that God does his work according to his plans and not because of our works or what we do. So we can't boast. And our works don't influence how God decides to do his plans or carry out his plans. He does his plans according to his timing, according to his will. And so it has nothing to do with that. God is not a slot machine where we just, hey, I've been good, I'm 10 rand, slot in and you get what you want. It's according to his timing and his will for our lives. As scripture says that humans, we make plans, but God's will prevails. And so, yeah, it's been such a weight off my own shoulders. So basically, we can just trust God's timing, God's plans for our lives, because he'll do that in his timing, and no later and no earlier, but in his timing and according to his plan. So yeah, definitely that is a myth. Myth number 3. My life will start when I get married. That is definitely not true. I'm just thinking that if I had to wait until I got married to start living, to start doing life, then I would have waited for a long time, because I'm not even married yet, actually. And that would mean that I would still be sitting around doing nothing. And the thing that we don't realize often as, young Christian women or young Christian men as well, is there's no guarantee that we will get married. There is no guarantee. God did not guarantee me that I would get married. Marriage, in my belief, I believe that marriage is a gift. It's a gift from God, just like any other gift. Marriage is a gift. Yes, I had the desire, definitely had the desire to get married. And I took that desire to God, and I was like, God, this is my desire to get married, to have a family one day. I'm giving it to you because, you're the author of my life, and I don't know what the future holds. And if God chose to gift that to me, then great, awesome stuff. But if he didn't, then I had to, even before I got to this point of being engaged and all of that, I had to learn how to be content with just God, with just me and God. And that was hard at times. I'm not going to lie. It was like so hard. But I had to learn to be content with God, and God just being enough. God being enough for me. And even if I never got married, God just being enough. Outside of his gifts, outside of, what he does for us, his goodness, his grace, man, just being content that God, you're enough. If I never got anything that I prayed for, if I never got anything in life that you wanted to give to me, you're enough. I had to get to that place of being content with just me and God, because there is no guarantee that, we will get married. And so, yeah, I just lived the single life. I had friendships, I grew those friendships, hung out with my friends. I, volunteered where I could, served where I could, spent time with family. I traveled, road trips, this and that. I lived. And, built my relationship with the Lord, still doing the journey with the Lord, even now, and learning about myself, letting the Lord shape me and all of that. And that was not after marriage. I'm still not married. I didn't wait to do all those things after marriage, but it's now in my singleness. And yeah, it's been amazing. It's been amazing. And so, yeah, God knows, God cares, and he sees what we're going through. He hears our prayers. He's constantly listening. Just because he's not answering things right now, especially the biggest topic of, a partner in our lives, it doesn't mean he did not hear. It's just not his timing, or we don't even know what his plan is. But be encouraged that, man, he loves us. He loves us so much, and he cares. And yeah, don't stop living. Don't start living now. Start living today with the little that you have. Do what you can with the little that you have. And you might be surprised that actually, wow, this is exactly where God wanted you to be. But because we get so focused with things we don't have, we miss out on the blessings that we have in front of us. So yeah, I hope you get encouraged, and do not forget to subscribe to Journey Tells All, and follow me on Instagram at Miss _Nonj on Instagram. Yes, and I will see you quite soon.